ladies and gentlemen. I'm this now. I needed to set this up. I wanted to set this up, but I'm not going to explain why until, well, I guess I can't explain why. I wanted to set this up originally for, like, streaming my reactions to episode 8 when that, not streaming, recording my reactions to episode 8 when that drops, because I think that'd be really funny. And before episode 8 drops, I also wanted to make a list of all my theories. I'm doing it in Apple Presentation, which is the first time I'm literally using this program. So, yeah. I'm realizing that I should not be holding my mic if I want to be typing. Well, I'm gonna list all my theories. It's gonna be great. Let's lock in, guys. Alright. TADC. Theories. This is gonna be the best thing I've ever done in my life. Author and date. DBLMP. What day is it? Let's start with the first theory that how do I make this smaller? I don't know how to use this. Ragatha and Pomni discuss Ribbit flashback. Why is there space? I don't want that. Oh, that's how big it is. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my, what happened? It's getting smaller. I should not be using. Okay, I've moved to a software that I know a little bit better. Carnival Adventure! Carnival Adventure. King and Jack's talk. I'm gonna go ahead and talk. I'm gonna go ahead and say that is definitely something that is more in the vicinity of happening than not. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, because I already made an animatic tidbit, or whatever the frick it's called. Zubul confronts cast about the button. I'm kidding, I'm gonna write that normally. The button. What other theories do I have? Zippity bop. Zippity bap. Zippit. I forgot. I forgot how you say zippity bap. Zippida bap. I think it's zippida bap. Is, you know, in my heart of hearts, I want it to be, I really want it to be a song, but I have a feeling this is a Caine line. But, that's what Gooseworks would want you to think. God dang it. You know what? What's that called? It's not like a performance area. It's like one of those areas where they do a little jig. It's kind of like it's like a little stage, and then there's like a little open area where people can dance and stuff, and then there's like tables. I'm kind of like at a wedding. You ever been to one of those? Surely my entire audience has been to a wedding. What is that called? I'm just gonna call it Performance Center, but you know what I mean. Performance Center. Wait, I got it. Cast dances. And I don't know why I capitalized dances. Dances at Performance Center. Yeah, I like that. at the very least, okay, cast is at and or dances at performance. Cast is at. Wait, can I like bullet these? Hold on. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. I think I don't know if a Pomni and Jax talk would happen, but I do kind of want to see it happen. I do kind of... Actually, no. It would have to happen if I want a certain setup to occur. And I really want to see that. Man, okay. Pomni and Jax talk. Pomni and Jax. Oh, I gotta go. My computer's dying. Oh no. Pomni and Jax and Corn. This will all make sense. Pomni and Jax get split up. This will make sense. I'll go into deeper detail eventually. These are all plans that I've had for a while. Oh, crap. Where's the bullet? Oh, what did I just, Carnival Adventure is only, like, 10 minutes max of the episode. Oh, hold on. There is also... Okay, I'll probably classify these differently a little later. I feel so scatterbrained right now. It's so bad. What was I thinking? I'll probably organize these later based off of, like, what I legitimately think will happen, and then, like, stuff that, like, could happen. And then, like, just little extra bonus stuff that's, like, it could entirely go either way. Like, Zippity Bap, I actually do think legitimately would be a Caine line. Like, I don't know how it couldn't be a Caine line. It's just too Caine-y. But, like, I like the idea that it's not, because I like that it would subvert expectation like that. But what do I know? Nothing. I know nothing. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna write. Jax panic attack. Again. Y'all are not gonna like me for this one. See, because gosh, I have, like, theories and then theories for the theories. Because, I'll get into eventually. Even after episode 8 airs, I would still like to kind of, like, dive into my thought processes for all of this stuff and, like, pretend that episode 8 didn't happen. What am I thinking? Pomni near Abstraction. I think, okay, that is something, I also need to categorize it like this. There's things that I am, like, pretty sure will happen in episode 8, and then there's things that I'm like, this could bleed into episode 9. Because, like, I've thought of two different things. Pomni near Abstraction, but it literally, like, episode 8 literally ends on that cliff note, or cliffhanger, where, like, Pomni is literally abstracting, and, like, oh my gosh, like, Jax, like, finds her and is like, it's you. And then we just, could you imagine if Gooseworks is that evil? Oh my gosh, could you imagine ending on Pomni abstracting note for episode 8? That would be an oh moment for sure. I've also thought, though, Pomni near Abstraction, but it's, like, caught just in time. Because, like, there's a line that Ragatha says, like, right in the pilot, where she's like, maybe if we go get Caine, we can reverse it. or something like that, where it implies that there is like a stage before like full on abstraction. Kind of, oh my gosh, literally kind of like where the stage Jax was at in episode 7. So like, Pomni near abstraction is possible. It just needs to be done. That might be something that is done in episode 9. But I think it would be freaking insane of Gooseworks to have that in episode 8. Because that would set up so much. Like, oh my god. Because, no. Listen, Pomni near abstraction. Okay, wait, let me type it first. Ribbit really is the person that haunts the narrative. Okay, listen. There's no evidence of this happening. Okay, listen. Pomni and Jax end up in a corn maze. And it's like a wacky adventure corn maze. It's not just a regular corn maze. Because Caine, for the life of him, could not make a regular corn maze. So there's like different crap happening in the corn maze, right? But and one way they get split up is I've really thought about this. I don't want to get into too much detail because then it'd be like storyboard spoilery. But I think Pomni and Jax would get split up in the corn maze. Pomni would end up in a situation that's already like setting up for like a mental breakdown. So she gets lost. She is going through it, and it's like really weird and freaky deaky. She's like ended up in like a worst case scenario. And Jax is nowhere to be found. And I like the idea that Jax doesn't mean to abandon her, but he does. And that fuels Pomni's emotion of like, oh my gosh, he left me to rot in here. And then that kind of leads into like the, oh my gosh, and no one's gonna find me. They're all gonna forget about me. Holy frick. And, she starts, like, abstracting. And then I like the idea that, like, just as Jax finds her and, like, tries to snap her out of it, meanwhile, like, Caine is, like, talking with the other cast members. And Zubal's, like, being very pressing towards Caine about, like, Caine, you've got to stop. What is going on, Caine? And, like, really, like, pressing into Caine. Or, like, really managing to get Kinger to... Oh, that actually reminds me. Meanwhile, Kinger doodles... Kinger doodles about the past in a covert way. Okay, because hear me out. If Kinger is talking about things in a covert way and in like a nonsensical way, Caine's not gonna catch it, right? Because Caine, I love Caine. He's definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to certain things. Okay, like, I'm sorry, but come on. So, I think that Kinger would kind of like, Kinger and Gangle would be like doodling or something as like Ragatha and Zubal are kind of talking with each other. And they would kind of be talking, and Ragatha would be like, oh, Kinger, what are you drawing? And then Kinger would be like, oh, I'm drawing about a interesting story that I had. Would you like to hear it? And then Ragatha would obviously be like, sure. And then he would start talking about it, and as he's talking about the story, Ragatha and then Zubal and Gangle are realizing, like, oh crap, wait a second, he's talking about the thing. And, like, kind of let him keep going. Like, keep going, keep drawing, keep doing stuff. We need to know. and he's like giving like hints and answers. Whether he's like intentionally doing it or not, I don't know. I kind of like the idea that he is, or he's like mostly doing it intentionally. But like in a very, very, very subtle way. It's either this or like they literally go back to the circus and they shove him in the pillow fort. It's one of two options. It kind of is just going to depend on how the episode plays out. Oh, wait. Pomni presses Kinger about Scratch Circus. Caine. Wow. They explore the Carnival. I wrote circus somewhere, didn't I? While they explore the carnival, Jax suffers terrible luck. Luck. While they... Oh, you're probably not able to... Yeah, it's getting... I am just running out of room on the page, generally. What else? Oh, yeah. Which would be explained. I would explain this. I will talk about a lot of this stuff later. What other theories? Ribbit, Kaufmo, Agatha, Regatta? What is that? And Jack's flashback with dialogue, which could easily happen. A lot of, I don't know why, but people thought that me not having flashback dialogue for the Pomni and Ragatha storyboard was like that's genuinely what I thought, and that was the end all be all, which is not true. Like, I actually do think that there would be some kind of dialogue, whether it's like echoey or like a legitimate like full-on flashback. I don't know. But it'd be freaking insane if... I actually kind of like the idea, that... I like the idea that there is a scene with, like, Ribbit, but, like, Jax thinks he sees Ribbit, but Ribbit isn't actually there. If that makes, like, a digital hallucination, if you will. Which I also kind of like to think that Caine would be behind. But I feel like this is, like, getting into, like, Caine being notorious, which... I don't know if I am in full support of, like, Caine being, like, full-on am by the end of the series. But as Pomni would say, well, it's possible. So, I think it's definitely possible. I don't know if it's a fact, just because of, like, how innocent Caine seems. Like, I feel... But then again... How's your wife, Kinger? Like... What are you talking about? Okay. Like, that just seems way too... But then again, that seems like a specific animosity towards Kinger. But then that doesn't even... I guess in the sense of, like, it would make sense. Not to get off on, like, a Caine tangent, but, like... I could easily see Caine being like, you gave me sentience, Kinger. I was in hell looking at heaven. And, like, kind of go off on Kinger in that way. But I think it would come more from a place of like, well, it could become a AM situation. Oh no. But I do kind of like the idea that Caine kind of gets into a sort of like, oh crap, Pomni and Jax are asking too many questions. Partially because, like, Zubul is kind of confrontational with Caine, but in the sense of like, Caine, nobody likes your adventures. Whereas Jax literally calls out Caine for, like, lying. like Jax is literally like, you can mess with our minds too, can't you? The stupid sauce, the vegan thing. And like, and Pomni like backs him up with that as well. So I could easily see like Pomni and Jax kind of ending up working together in that way. And then that kind of like, that like opens up stuff, man. That opens up so much. But to explain this kind of, I like the idea that Pomni near abstracts, Caine brings them all back to like the circus and is like, adventure over, once he keeps like getting confronted by Zubul repeatedly. How he would get confronted by Zubul, I don't know. I just like to think that Zubul would be like way more pressing towards Caine about the last adventure and stuff, and being like, come on, Caine, frick you. Like, dude, stop. And then, you know, as they are brought back, like, Pomni is in the middle of abstraction, and obviously Jax was with her. And then Caine fixes her up and is like, oh my gosh, guys, I fixed her up. Now you'll like me, right? But instead of everyone, like, you know, applauding Caine for, like, fixing Pomni and, like, you know, saving Pomni just in time, I really like the idea that Ragatha immediately jumps the gun and goes, Jax, what did you do? And, like, immediately just starts, like, I like the idea that she would end up, okay, because I theorized that Kaufmo blamed Jax for Ribbit's abstraction, and I think that, like, Ragatha probably did not pick a side, but somewhat sided with Kaufmo. That's just my theory. Because if Jax is anything like he is now, back then, like 100% Ragatha would be like, well, it's possible that maybe you said or did something that caused Ribbit to abstract. And then Jax, because that would also feed, like, this would also feed into the idea of, like, Jax feeling betrayed by Ragatha and having that animosity towards Ragatha. Like, that starts chipping away at their whatever friendship they had, because they were definitely closer. You know what I mean? Like, there was something there. I don't know what it was, but there was something there. And I think Kaufmo blamed Jax for Ribbit's abstraction. Ragatha didn't pick a side, but kind of ended up siding more with Kaufmo. That upset Jax, and I like the idea that history is sort of repeating itself. To where Pomni was abstracting, she was with Jax, and obviously Jax did something, because of course he would. But I like the idea that Jax didn't really mean to do something, kind of probably similar to if he did cause Ribbit's abstraction. I do not think he did that intentionally. I think it was something that, it was just like it was an accident type of thing. Because I don't see Jax like intentionally pushing someone to their breaking point. That just does not seem accurate. But I also know Jax, and he definitely would push someone to their breaking point unknowingly. So, not intentionally. I don't think he's like that, but yeah. I think he could definitely accidentally cause an abstraction. So I like to think of it as history is accidentally repeating itself. So Ragatha confronts Jax about it and is like, you know, what did you say to her? What did you do to her? What did you talk about? And Jax is just like, you're kidding me. we're doing this song and dance again. Are you kidding me? And then they kind of get into a tiff, and then maybe Jax honestly would bring up Ribbit and be like, oh, so you're gonna blame me just like Kaufmo did too, huh? And like, you know, you're gonna blame me for the abstractions again, aren't you? You're gonna blame me like Kaufmo did with Ribbit. And like, he'll name drop Ribbit again. And Pomni's just in the corner trying to recover at this point. Like, she's probably freaking out a little bit. And as Jax and Ragatha are kind of bickering, I feel like it's either gonna be like Caine steps in or Pomni steps in. And or Ragatha says something that kind of pushes Jax a little too far, so he attempts to like not full on run away, but he like starts stamping off, and Ragatha like grabs him and turns him around and is like, Jax, no, you're not running away again. And then we turn around and we just see him like teary-eyed and like possibly either starting to cry or like literally cry, and Ragatha's gonna be like, oh no. And then this is where either Pomni steps in or Caine steps in. I do think it'd be an interesting setup if Caine stepped in, because then that just fully sets up everyone being fully against Caine, right? Because at this point, it would be confirmed, like, Caine is causing the abstractions. To an extent. Or, man, I don't know. I don't know. I got off on a ramble and then I just, like, zoned out for a minute. Sorry, I heard myself. But yeah, it's either that, okay. This is entering into episode 9 territory, which I don't, it is what it is. I've become Icarus and I've flown too close to the sun. I do like the idea that we end on Pomni Abstraction note. Like, she somehow makes it out of the corn maze and, like, just, like, walks her way to her room or whatever, or back to the circus tent. And then the episode kind of just, like, ends with us seeing Pomni being alone and starting to abstract. And then episode 9 starts with... yeah, I might as well. Episode 9 starts with, you know, a knock at the door. It's dark. The door opens. And then we see Ragatha. And then the camera switches POV to, like, semi-Ragatha's, like, kind of behind Ragatha's head. And we see Jax. And he's like, what do you want? And she kind of is like, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday about what I said. And he's like, a fake apology for me? You shouldn't have. And Ragatha's like, Jax, whatever, that's important, but it's not why I'm here. I need a key to Pomni's room. I'm gonna leave it there. I feel so evil. But I do like the idea, like, it kind of sets up for episode 9. And obviously Pomni's fine. She would be fine. She'd have to be. She's a main character. I will stand by the fact that I don't think anyone's abstracting. I just don't see that being real. Like, I just don't see that. I feel like that defeats the entire purpose of, like, the amazing digital circus. Because that would not be amazing. Okay, any other episode 8 theories? Before I... oh, hold on. I think that's how you spell disappearing. I actually don't know. What were my other theories? Because I had like several different ideas that I liked, but I can only pick one direction kind of thing. Not like the band. I have like theories that would like go hand in hand with some of them. But here. Jackson near Abstraction happens again in episode 8. No. Oh, I just remembered. I'll get into that one a little bit more as well later. If that would be a part of the Pomni and Jax talk. I like the way that I think that would go about is like, obviously Pomni knows about Ribbit, and obviously Ribbit and Jax, like, she would understand that they have some kind of history, so she'd bring up something about abstraction, but in a way that Jax would translate it as, oh frick, she knows. So he tried to be like, listen, Pomni, I can't explain, and then he would end up confessing like he began to abstract, which would cause Pomni to be like, whoa, wait, what? Sounds. Pomni and Jax. In cornfields. There we go. That was actually inspired by a YouTube comment. The corn maze thing. I think it was on the comment was on the what's that one would they go on Caine's adventure theory board. Yeah. And at first I was like, LOL, no, I'm not doing that. But then over time, just with the way that I was writing things, like, it ended up quickly becoming this feels more like something that would happen in episode 9 as opposed to episode 8. Just with the way I've been, like, writing stuff. So maybe they do go on a corn maze. I don't know. Pomni abstraction idea, I'm not sure. Okay, the reason why I think a Pomni near abstraction would happen, or something of the like, is because that would have to be the one thing that kind of gets Jax to snap out of it, right? Like, that would be something that, like, just fricks him up to the point where he would just, like, I feel like he would have to throw his facade away and, like, actually, like, care about Pomni in that moment, because, like, I feel like he would push out as much as he can to keep up the, like, nonchalant facade, but once he sees that Pomni's, like, abstracting, I think he would just immediately trash it and be like, holy frick, I gotta do something. I just don't see... I mean, it's either that or he has, like, a freeze response. But then that's not that interesting. Yeah, let's just watch Jax standing there freaking the frick out. Which is actually... Okay, I theorized he would step into action with Pomni because I theorized that he actually had a freeze response with Ribbit. And I like the idea that Ribbit was, like, just far gone, where Jax maybe tried to help Ribbit, but then proceeded to, like, similar to, like, how Pomni tried to help Ragatha, but then Pomni's arm started glitching in the pilot. I kind of like the idea that something like that happened with Jax and Ribbit. And then it caused Jax to kind of, not necessarily run away, I don't know if he would have had a chance to, but that would have triggered, like, his freeze response of, like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is, at the very least, I think this is my, like, general list of things that I'm, like, pretty sure will happen in episode 8. I will probably make additions and edits once, by the time, like, episode 8 actually, like, happens. I wanted to get this out there, though, before any teasers started happening. So take a picture. It'll last longer. Then there's this little stuff down here. Yeah. I want singing and dancing. I do like the idea that the cast would do some singing and dancing. I actually had that in a theory board, but I like the idea that Jax is just being a loser and is being a lonely loser and is like isolating himself somewhere. And then Pomni is like the one to go like after him. I do kind of like the idea that they were all kind of together, and then Pomni and Jax kind of split off accidentally, and like it takes a minute before the other cast members start realizing like, hey, where's Pomni and Jax? But they don't have enough time to ask the question because Caine immediately just steps in and goes, how do you guys like the adventure? And like is just an annoying little bug. I'm sorry, Caine, I love you, but like I do like the idea to kind of add to this real quick. Caine intentionally prevents Caine from answering any of Pomni's questions. Because obviously Caine is trying to frickin' hide something. You're not gonna tell me he's not. Well, 42 minutes later. This is gonna be fun to edit. Yeah, I think this pretty much covers everything that I'm pretty sure will happen in episode 8. For the most part, question mark. Because a lot of it, okay, like, a lot of it is, like, loose concepts. Like, I do think, like, outside of my theory board, I do think Pomni will ask Ragatha about Ribbit. And, like, that's how we're gonna get Ribbit lore. But whether or not it's, like, precisely how I storyboard it, I don't know. Like, there is a scene that Goose leaked that may or may not be canon with Ragatha. I think Ragatha was the one, like, on a stage-looking thing, and Kinger was, like, off the stage, like, looking up at her, and it's kind of like a profile shot and a more distant shot. I don't know what that means. I don't really want to think about it. And then there's other lines that are, like, Michael Kovac had recorded, like, Jax screaming. But in a, I would say, comical, cartoony kind of way. So I like the idea that that actually happens during the, like, Jax unfortunate, Jax suffers terrible luck while they explore the carnival. Like, he's getting his butt whooped, you know? Like, it's just stuff, like, just bad things keep happening to Jax. Whether it's intentional by some of the cast members or not, I don't know. I think Zuba would bully him a little bit. Not bully, but, like, you know, like how they did in episode 7 when they splashed water on him. Like, nothing, like, harmful, I don't think. But stuff that kind of, you know, he deserves it. I'm sorry, but he does. As someone that's a Jax fan, he freaking deserves it, man. I'm trying to think before I decide to end the recording. I think that's it. Oh my gosh. I remembered the "it's you" line. Is I question if the "it's you" line would actually be some sort of accusatory line. Like, this would happen in the Ragatha and Jax argument, and Ragatha would be like, "It's you. You're the one that keeps causing all these abstractions." Or, oh my gosh, Jax could be saying that to Caine. Where he's like, "It's you. You're the one causing all these abstractions." My voice is getting tired, so I don't want to, like, keep yelling. You could probably hear it. Yeah, some people were thinking that it's Jax seeing Ribbit. I don't know how that would make sense. Like, maybe? But then, like, guys, I don't think Ribbit's that important to the plot. I just, like, obviously Ribbit is a key character, but the show is very clearly about how the past is affecting the now, as opposed to, like, let's have an episode where we focus on the past. Like, I just don't. We know nothing in canon, like in the series. I don't even think they address like Queenie's name. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I think Ribbit is important, but I think people are making Ribbit out to be way, 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 like, we're not getting all that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the one. And if not, if I'm wrong, cool. Like, cool. But if, like, I think realistically, it's going to be more, we're going to see how Ribbit affects the narrative as opposed to, like, learn more about Ribbit. If that makes sense. But anyways, I think this is it. I'm gonna end it here. Because I could probably sit here and just talk about these forever. And I don't want to do that. I want to move on to greater things. But yeah, these are my predictions slash theories for episode 8. I guess I should have listened to this. Hold on. Yeah. The Amazing Digital Circus theories slash predictions for episode 8, which I should have named that immediately, but whatever. I didn't really think about it. Anyways, yeah. I don't know if all this stuff would happen. I think it could happen. But we won't really know. It's so funny. I just want to say quickly, it's so funny how I ended episode 7 being like, I have no idea how we continue from here, to like making whole theories. It's beautiful. It's so funny. I have like a whole episode written in my head. But anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching. And I will definitely be making more storyboards. My iPad, as of recording this, is still having repairs. I'm waiting for a call. Please call me, repairman, and let me know what's happening. But yeah, yeah. It's gonna take some time. I won't be able to get all this done by the time episode 20 drops, but I'd still like to just, for fun and sillies and giggles, I would like to still just kind of continue, even if episode 8 releases. Of course, though, I would probably just be really eager to move on to episode 9 at that point. So I don't know if I would do fully fledged stories, but I may do like the voice acting and stuff for it, and like describe how I think this scene would happen, and do just like a loose storyboard. I don't know, but as of right now, I just have to wait for my iPad. Please get fixed. This is how I found out I had a Procreate addiction, by the way. A crippling Procreate addiction, I might add. Holy crap. But anyways, yeah, these are my theories and predictions, and I'm curious to see if literally any of them are going to come true.